your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again. Wake up, rub the eyes, another new day and it's no surprise. I lost my phone, my keys, my car, I left my wallet at the bar. Tie shoes, swig some booze, another new day, got nothing to lose. I can't remember her name, I think this show's all to blame. If it's only gonna be for tonight, let's set this party right. So throw your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again.
It's Friday, and you know what that means. We are live in San Jose, California for WWE 2K25 Universe Mode, and it is Smackdown Live. We have title matches, we have Money in the Bank qualifying matches, all coming up in this episode. So make sure you stick around for a great episode to come.
Look who is kicking off episode 12, Ace Army. It is Valhalla, Eric, Ivar, the War Raiders. This is going to be good. Look at the size of these two giants.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Valhalla and a combined weight of 552 pounds, Ivar and Eric, the War Raiders.
The War Raiders have not been on Universe Mode, or in Universe Mode for that matter, excuse me, since my WWE 2K23 series, and now they are back. You guys can look at the graphic now. They are taking on the Authors of Pain, but this time the War Raiders have Valhalla by their side. Will that lead to a win? We'll just have to see in moments to come. Man, I'm scared. Well, there are the Authors of Pain, Akam and Razar, joined by Paul Ellering at ringside, excuse me.
Opponents at a combined weight of 620 pounds, Akam and Razar, the Authors of Pain.
I don't know why none of their Trons showed up, but that's not the point in this match. The point is who will win between AOP and the War Raiders in this first match of episode 12. All right, Jessica Carr signaled for the bell, and the bell has been rung, and here we go. Ivar starting it off for the War Raiders, and Razar starting it off for AOP. Who will get the win in this tag team clash? A nice little elbow there from the big man known as Ivar. And like I mentioned, when the War Raiders were making their entrance, they were featured in WWE 2K23 Universe Mode, not at all during 2K24, but now they are back in 2K25 trying to get a shot at the Good Brothers' tag team titles, which, speaking of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, we will hear from them later on tonight. So make sure you guys do not go anywhere, because I'm just getting a word in my headset now that is happening after this match. So that's going to be good. But now Razar on the offense, and what a headbutt that was from one half of AOP. And here comes the other half of AOP in Akam. We have the mastermind, Paul Ellering, watching on as Valhalla watches for her team. So we'll see who gets this win on SmackDown Live. And if you guys missed this past Monday's episode of Nitro, make sure to go check it out. It was a great episode to come back to YouTube for. And Ivar, with a strong Irish whipped Akam all the way into his team's corner. And not just the corner that was outside the ring. Count of two now from Jessica. And now Ivar inflicting more pain on one half of the Authors of Pain. We are building up to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which is happening in about 4 weeks' time. So make sure you guys do not go anywhere. That is going to be really good. I will provide a date when it comes closer. And what a lariat that was, taking it off Akam. And now Ivar better get in the ring. We are at a count of 9 almost. Count of 9, and it looked like when Akam ran in the ring and knocked Ivar down to his feet. Huh. But someone threw a kendo stick. It looked like it was Paul Ellering. Paul Ellering is the mastermind behind that team. So I wouldn't be shocked if that wasn't him. And now shot for shot goes Ivar. And now getting Akam back up, at least to a knee. And now look at the big man with the big boot. That probably is a size like 15 shoe going right into your face. And now with some kicks to the midsection in the corner. And now going for the legs and picking them up and dropping them down. Speaking of the Good Brothers, like we were talking about them not too long ago, it is going to be nice to see them. This is our first time going to be seeing them since the 2K24 Universe Mode series where they captured the WCW Tag Team titles a while back, and then they retained. And then obviously with the draft, the titles switch. But this is our first time seeing them this season, so we'll have to see what they have to say after this match. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you guys are subscribed out as well. I upload Universe Mode content every Monday and Friday, and every Sunday when the pay-per-view comes along. But Eric now looking for something. I did not even see him get tagged. I was completely distracted, but he gets tagged, or he tags back in Ivar while Akam tags in Razor. And look at this. Oh my God. Ivar tossing, or Eric tossing Ivar into Razor in that corner. I'm trying not to mess their names up. Con elbow tie up into the corner. Another tag team move incoming from the War Raiders. Look at this. And, oh, God. Big shots there from the tag team. And now Eric using his leg to his advantage. And now hooking the leg on Razor. Looking for the win. Kick out at 2 from one half of Authors of Pain. And now look at this. The crowd here chanting as Ivar plants some punches into the skull of Razor, and a Uranagi there, center of the ring. And now he's going high risk. Look at this. Eric, what are you doing? Eric, top rope knee into a cover. Jessica Carr, 1. Oh, broken up at a count of 1. Kick to the face. Collar and elbow tie up. Now looks like Razor has the War Raiders right where he wants them. Eric in trouble right now, but we'll see if he's in trouble all match. Nice little takedown there. And here comes the tag made from the Authors of Pain. Eric rolling out of the ring real quick, and now coming back in. Looking to do something here. Punch to the gut. And now what a shot that was, flattening Akam. And now getting him back up once again. Shot, another one. And look at this combo from one half of the War Raiders, and the crowd is going berserk. They are on the War Raiders side. Tag made. And this might be the end of the Authors of Pain. Look at this. Eric and Ivar with the great tag team move. And now, oh, it looks like Akam getting back to his feet using the ropes, and a spear to the outside from Ivar. And now Ivar throwing Razor into the ring. And now Paul Ellering, the mastermind, distracting Ivar. But Akam is still down while Razor is dazed behind him. But clearly that interaction wasn't too long. But what are we going to see here? Oh, God, this cannot be good. What a punch that was from Ivar. And Ivar looking for something big here. Oh, God almighty. Don't do this. World's Strongest Slam off the top rope into a cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. How are the Authors of Pain still going? And a big kick from the big man. Wow, Jessica Carr signaled a tag, but you guys saw there was no tag made there. I don't know if her view was blocked, but if the Authors of Pain get a win here, And it's because of Razor. Kind of sneaky, I'm not going to lie. But Razor misses that attack. Irish whip from Ivar. Tagging in Eric. See, that's how you make the tag. Jessica saw that one. And look at the War Raiders now. And oh my God, a little springboard action there from another big man in Eric. And a kick out at 2, courtesy of the breakup from Akam. And Ivar was pissed after that, guys. You saw him. He wanted to go to town on Akam, but he must wait till he is legal so he doesn't get disqualified. And now Razor, collar and elbow tie up. Belly to belly suplex. And now look at this. Shots to the face. Stomp to the spine. And now working on the leg. Kick to the thigh. Running back in the ring. And a nice little spine buster there. It was kind of modified, but a cover from Authors of Pain. Will they get the win? Kick out at 2. Razor setting up something big here, looking possibly for a choke slam. And he hits it. Choke slam from the Authors of Pain. And now Razor dragging Eric closer to the center of the ring. But look who's there to break it up. Ivar at a count of 0. And god damn. Eric's not a light guy. I mean, I guess when you're Ivar or Razor, excuse me, his size and his strength, I guess it makes up for it. But second rope, Razor looking for something, missing his kicks 3 times in a row now. And he hits it the 4th time. And a top or second rope shoulder tackle, excuse me. And now tag made, possibly. Yep, tag made from Razor to tag in Akam once again. If you guys missed the first ever Smackdown Live exclusive pay-per-view, make sure to check it out. It was the pay-per-view known as Bash in Berlin. It was incredible. It is under my channel on the videos, and if you want to see any universe mode upload, including that one, there is a playlist called, oh my god, I think it's called JV's Wwe 2K24 universe mode, all episodes, something like that. Just go to the playlist, or 25 universe mode, excuse me. I think it's under that, so make sure to check it out. But strong Irish whip, no counter. Ivar with punches to the gut. These are some big right hands and lefts. And now flipping them inside out. God damn. Oh, now a headbutt to the skull. What a tag team match this has been to open up the show. I'm not going to lie. This could possibly be match of the night, but I guarantee you the women's main event will be good. I'm not going to talk about it till we get there. Or we'll probably foreshadow throughout the night. But that's just a teaser. It is a women's main event, and what a toss that was from Akam. And now with some right to the face of Ivar. Akam looking for something big while the phones flash. And this might be the end of the War Raiders. Before we know it, look at the strength. Planting Ivar down. Oh no, Eric's right there to break it up. Will this match ever end? Will it end? Tag made. Jessica Carr saw that one, and I saw that one too, so can't question anything there. Shoulder tackle there. And a nice little lariat there from Ivar, getting the crowd back on their side, and the end might be near now for the Authors of Pain. Collar and elbow tie up. Irish whip. Tag made. And look at this. Look at this tag team move incoming. We saw this earlier. Springboard. Crossbody. Or not crossbody. Lariat. And I wasn't really paying attention to what Ivar was doing. And another broken up pin. No team can land a finisher or something. But look at this. Paul Ellering now getting at it with Eric while Akam is staring at him. And it's a distraction. Well, maybe it wasn't because Eric was ready for it. Tag was made, though. And this might not be good. Oh, shoulder tackle there from the big man known as Akam. Counter from Eric. Lariat now. Counter. punch. The Authors of Pain want to win this badly. And a spine buster there. Kick to the face from Eric. Tag made. Here comes Ivar. Calling elbow tie up. Going underneath. Leapfrog from the big man. And look at this spine buster from the War Raiders into a cover. Broken up once again. Oh boy. Ivar to the top rope. Look at this. Oh my God. A top rope leg drop. Damn, that was incredible. You really don't see big men the size of Ivar going to the top rope and successfully landing a move. It's very rare. Razor gets the tag once again, looking for something, but Ivar one step ahead. Now Paul Ellering distracting once again, and now Ivar telling him to leave. But I'm surprised Jessica Carr has not thrown him out for distracting this much. And oh, one step ahead. Oh, counter. Great counter that was from Razor. And now look, overhead press, dropping one half of the War Raiders down. And oh, it might be over. Ivar in trouble. Look at this. Oh my God. Finisher planted. Another breakup. Both teams showing great sportsmanship to their respective partners. And now Akam, or no, my apologies, Razor, double axe handle. Guys, I don't know who's going to win this. This match, you could honestly flip a coin. But we'll see what happens. Here comes another tag team move here from the War Raiders. I would have to give the edge to the War Raiders winning this because their tag team moves like this have been incredible all match. We've seen it all match. So we'll see if that lasts. But look at that. Damn. What a move that was. And now a cover broken up. Who will get the win here in the first match of episode number 12 here in the WWE 2K25 Universe Mode season? Strong Irish whip. Here comes another tag team move from the War Raiders. And the springboard, clothesline, lariat, whatever you want to say. And that might be it. 1, 2, 3. The War Raiders finally win.
Here are your winners, Ivar and Eric, the War Raiders.
Great win for the War Raiders, but let's hear from the Good Brothers, aka the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. There are the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, the Good Brothers, and they are here live in the home of the San Jose Sharks in San Jose, California, and they have some words to say. And this is the first time we are seeing them all season, so this announcement must be good. So let's get down to the ring and see what the Good Brothers have to say here on SmackDown Live. You are looking at the most dominant tag team in all of Universe Mode, especially on SmackDown Live. So we're challenging any team to fight us for our SmackDown Live titles at Money in the Bank in a couple of short weeks. So be ready because me and the big LG are ready to take on anybody. And that is a statement. All right, guys, coming up next is a Money in the Bank qualifying match. And starting it off, it's Lyra, Valkyria. Good to see Lyra back in action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria is taking on Gigi Dolin, as you guys can see on the graphic. And like I said, like 2 seconds ago, the winner of this match will be added and be the first qualifier for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. But speaking of Hell's favorite, Gigi Dolin, let's see her. And there is Gigi Dolin.
And her opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, Gigi Dolin.
All right, guys, who will go to Money in the Bank in about 4 weeks' time? Will it be Gigi Dolin, as you guys can see on the screen now, or will it be the woman we just saw in Lyra Valkyria? All right, the bell has been rung in Hell's favor. Gigi Dolin starting off strong. If you guys remember last year, Gigi Dolin was part of the WCW Nitro brand where she was known as the Dark Horse, and I honestly think she is the Dark Horse. She is definitely the Dark Horse in this match, and she is arguably one of the most underrated women's talent on the blue brand known as Smackdown Live. But speaking of Money in the Bank, you guys know that's coming up, and obviously this is a Money in the Bank qualifying match. So the way that works, if you guys are brand new to how I run things, it is a 6-woman/man ladder match. And hold on, springboard. But it is 6 competitors in each gender match, which meaning men's and women's. And then 3 from SmackDown Live and 3 from WCW Nitro. That's how it works. So we will see 3 women from the blue brand competing in it, which we'll see another qualifying match next week. And then the week after, I'm sure, or something like that. In Nitro, I'm sure we'll be starting their qualifiers very soon. So we'll see what happens for both brands going into Money in the Bank. But there can only be one winner. Last year's Women's Money in the Bank was from WCW Nitro, which was Timeless Toni Storm. And we have not seen Toni Storm all season, and she surprisingly did not get drafted despite her accomplishments. Like, she was very accomplished last season. She was one half of the WCW Women's Tag Team Champions, but we'll see if she ever makes an appearance. But let's focus on the moment now. What a standing moonsault that was from Valkyria to Dolin here on the outside of the ring. And how about the Good Brothers calling out whoever at Money in the Bank to challenge them for their SmackDown Live Tag Team titles? I wonder who that will be, and what a move that was from Gigi, knocking Lyra inside out. We're at a count of 7. Going on 8, Chad Patton is doing a great job officiating so far. There is the 8, but both women in the match are already in the ring. And now a comeback from Lyra, knocking down the Dark Horse. Lyra dragging Gigi to the center of the ring. Nice stomp there. That was a 2 count. I thought that was going to be a 3. Nice shot there from Gigi. Nice move from Gigi once again. I would love to see Gigi in the Money in the Bank, but Lyra would be cool too. Her first ever Money in the Bank, and I think it would be Gigi's first ever too. But I could be wrong, and look at this. Submission locked in from Dolin, but Lyra getting out of it face first. Shot from Lyra, and now she keeps on going. And, oh, little glitch there, but a cover from Gigi Dolin. Kick out at 2. And now, look at Dolin trying to put Lyra Valkyria away. The cover, that was her finishing move. And that is the 2.5 count. I honestly thought that was going to be it. I was expecting Chad Patton's hand to hit the mat for a 3rd time, but it didn't. There was a kick out. And the crowd chanting, "We're not worthy." They're loving this match. Top rope, Lyra Valkyria, frog splash. And now going for a cover. Will she go to Money in the Bank? And she does. Lyra Valkyria moves on.
Here is your winner, Lyra Valkyria.
Great win for Lyra Valkyria to go to Money in the Bank in a couple weeks' time. But let's see what we have next here on SmackDown Live. Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody is enjoying this edition of SmackDown Live. And I got an announcement. next week on SmackDown Live, we have a debuting women's superstar coming to the blue brand in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. And I'm going to give a hint for you guys. She's never been a part of Universe Mode ever. She wasn't in 2K22. She wasn't in 23. And damn, she wasn't in 24. So who will it be? I don't know. You guys will just have to tune in next week when she makes her debut against a big star. And hint, she's a role model. So the debuting star will take on Bayley in a Money in the Bank qualifying match next week. So enjoy the rest of the episode. I'll see you guys next week. All right, guys, up next, we have another Money in the Bank qualifying match. And look who is coming out first. It is none other than El Idolo. His name is Andrade.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Gomez, Palacio, Durango, Mexico. Weighing in at 230 pounds. Andrade!
All right, guys, Andrade has a big opportunity here to become one of the first men to be qualified for the SmackDown Live brand for Money in the Bank in a couple weeks' time. But you guys can see the graphic on the screen. He has taken on a veteran in the business known as The Miz. So we'll see if Andrade can knock off the Awesome One. And here comes The Miz. And look who is joined by his side. It is his beautiful wife, Maurice.
And his opponent, accompanied by Maurice, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz!
All right, guys. Money in the Bank qualifier, Miz, Andrade, who will look possibly to capture the Money in the Bank briefcase in a couple weeks' time. All right, the bell has been rung, and what a kick that was from The Miz, going for an early cover over Andrade and gets a 1 count. Damn, I was not expecting The Miz to come off with that aggressiveness. And look at The Miz and Andrade's ring gear. Very similar colors here in chain wrestling starting off here in this match. This is the first match we have seen all night that started off with some chain wrestling. And Andrade looks like he got the best of that exchange, and The Miz wants some more. Will The Miz win this exchange? Yep, he does. He throws down Andrade, hits him with a lariat. And The Miz is now back on the offense just like how he wants it. And now these two are already trading blows back and forth. And talk about everything you want in a wrestling match. That's what we're seeing right now. We saw some chain wrestling. We are seeing some high-paced action. And we are now seeing some exchanging blows. Andrade looking like he might win this. But we'll see what happens. The Miz telling Andrade to punch him right there, and he does. Andrade now saying bring it on. Knife edge chop there from The Miz, and now one from Andrade, and they're hockey fighting it out. Look at these two men. Jessica Carr watching on, and what a shot that is. Andrade looks like he got the best of the hockey fight, and the chain wrestling continues. Into the corner we go. Jessica Carr trying to break it up. She broke it up. All right. Andrade with a nice shot there. And now drops Miz on the top rope. Who is going to Money in the Bank, ladies and gentlemen? The Miz's wife, Maurice, distracting Andrade. I didn't realize who Andrade was talking to for that short moment. And Miz taunting. Look at that. That was funny. The Miz with a little funny face there. And that's vintage Maurice right there, taking off the turnbuckle. One. Kick out at one from Andrade. A nice little kick there from The Miz. And now busting open Andrade. The Miz might be looking for a skull-crushing finale here in the future. That is the signature taunt of him and Jessica Carr, replacing the broken turnbuckle with a brand new one. As you guys can see, it has been replaced. Andrade, springboard moonsault to perfection into a cover. Kick out at two. Nice little move there from the Miz. Miz still looking for that skull-crushing finale. Is he going to hit it at all this match? Andrade now. Look at this. I think this is the finisher of Andrade. Andrade with the DDT to the Miz. That has to be it. Miz isn't kicking out of this. 2, 3. Andrade goes to Money in the Bank.
Here is your winner, Andrade.
Well, the next time you guys will see Andrade is at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Excuse me. But let's move on to the next segment here on this episode of Universe Mode. Listen up, Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Shawn Michaels. You might recall that you defeated my good friend Kenny Omega a couple weeks ago on SmackDown Live, but I'm the one that gave you Kenny Omega to face because I know you can't beat me. So how about this, Shawn Michaels? It's going to be you versus me in the ring next week on SmackDown Live in the main event. So what do you say, HBK? You think you're the showstopper? You haven't got into the ring with anybody like the Scottish psychopath before. So I'll see you next week, Sean. Be ready, because I'm going to take your head off with my Claymore kick, and it's going to be over for you for the foreseeable future.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
All right, guys, it is main event time. You guys can see the graphic on the screen, and now you can hear Rhea Ripley's music. It is Rhea Ripley versus the SmackDown Live Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, and there she is. There's the challenger, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Will Rhea Ripley become the new SmackDown Live Women's Champion? That is the question that is on the mind of the fans. That is on the mind of me. It's on the mind of a lot of people. But Ripley knows Belair well. She was the special guest referee at Bash in Berlin last Sunday, or this past Sunday, I guess, in the Universe Mode calendar. But will she capture the title? I don't know. It's going to be close. Both women are great in their own right. They both have the power. They both have the athleticism. But speaking of power and athleticism, let's go down to the most dangerous 3 letters in all of the women's division on SmackDown Live. I'm talking about EST. Let's see. Bianca Belair. And there is the SmackDown Live Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. All right, guys, this is going to be tough. Bianca Belair is coming off a victory over Chelsea Green at Bash in Berlin, so she is 1-0 in her title defenses. But will her title reign end here to Rhea Ripley here in the main event of episode number 12 on the WWE 2K25 season?
Introducing the challenger from Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley is ready. She wants that title.
And her opponent from Knoxville, Tennessee, the SmackDown Women's Championships, Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair is ready as well, and she's ready to defend. The champion handing the title belt over to the official Charles Robinson here in the main event, and this match is going to be good. So let's get it started. All right, the bell has been rung, and we have women's wrestling for the main event, starting it off with some chain wrestling. And look at this. Belair has Rhea Ripley's number as we speak. Rhea Ripley fighting in agony right now, but Rhea Ripley takes it to her direction now. So now it looks like Rhea Ripley is inflicting pain on the champion. Bianca Belair must get out of this, but it looks like Rhea Ripley is too strong for the champion. Trying to break that arm and that forearm in half. And now planting down Belair in a nice leg drop there from the Eradicator. This is the stomp there. And now back to the chain wrestling. Who's going to get the best of this exchange? And it looks like it's the champ. Bianca throwing Bianca throwing Ripley down. Excuse me for that mistake. And now Belair, the champ, taking Ripley into the corner. Charles telling these women to break it up. And a shot from Belair into a spear into the corner. And look at this. Oh, wait. What is... Maybe a sidewalk slam here? Sidewalk slam into the knee, and she's not done. She hits it again. Man, Rhea Ripley's back has to be hurting after that. Cover, kick out at 1 from the challenger. And now look at this moonsault to the spine of Ripley, and Ripley's in trouble right now. The champion is locked in, and she is not looking to give up that title. And what a powerbomb that was from Bianca Belair. Bianca now turning Rhea the other way, and now with some punches to the face of Mommy. And nice maneuver that was from the champ. Bianca loves her moonsaults. I feel like I cannot talk during this main event because it's so good. We have two women with star power in this match. So I don't know what I'm saying. But Ripley in trouble. Diving crossbody there from Bianca Belair to the floor. And now Bianca Belair looking for an overhand press. And she might hit it here. Oh, God. This arguably hurts more than being in the center of the ring because we are outside on the floor right by our announcer's desk. And a running power slam there from Belair. The champion has the challenger's number right now. But will that take place, and will that stand true this whole match? Bianca now working on the foot, trying to break it. She inflicted pain there, count of 3. And now Bianca saying she's making quick work of Ripley right now. But Rhea gets back in the ring as soon as that happens. But Belair was one step ahead. And that is great by the champion. Because if the champion has Ripley's number, that is the best thing that she has going. And now Bianca might be looking for a KOD here. Oh, she might have it. Belair, no counter. Counter from the challenger. Rhea Ripley counters the KOD. And Ripley might finally have some offense in this match. And look at this. Oh, my God. The aggressive kicks. Or stomps, I guess you could say. From Ripley, and Ripley, oh God, Ripley looking for a riptide. Rhea, no, not a riptide, but instead still plants the champion down, going for a cover. Charles Robinson with a count of 2, and the champion kicks out. And Ripley, oh, look at this. Rhea Ripley with the submission. This is the submission Rhea Ripley knows very well. It is called the Prism Lock. So that was locked in, no pun intended. Prism Trap, excuse me, I don't know why I said Prism Lock. Maybe because I was getting the locked in part mixed up. But Rhea Ripley in trouble again. Belair trying to do something here. Oh my God, what a roundhouse kick that was. Flattening the champion. Now she's using the ropes to get up and go. Over the ropes goes Ripley to the outside. Stomp from Bianca. And now, look at this. Belair, powerbomb to the floor. Bianca now, calling elbow tie up. Irish whip into the steel steps. Bianca now looking for a suplex. Oh, not a suplex, but instead inflicting pain there to Rhea Ripley still. The way things are looking right now, it looks like Bianca Belair is going to retain her title because Rhea Ripley has landed little to no offense in this match. Bianca getting Ripley back up, count of 6. We're about at a count of 7. All right, we get in the ring before the count of 7. There's the 7 but Bianca telling Ripley to get her ass up. Is Bianca going to look for something big here? Double axe handle, intercepted. Ripley, sidewalk slam to the knee. Counter, or cover, not counter. 1, 2, kick out at 2 from Bianca. Ripley looking to dig deep and thinking what she has to do to put away the EST. Nice drop kick there from that Irish whip. And both women now back on the outside once again. Now look at Rhea Ripley flexing on Bianca Belair just like that. So Rhea showing confidence. Still, will she win though? I don't know. Time will tell. Rhea now looking for some stomps, possibly to the hand. Yes, I was corrected. And the third stomp, completing the hat trick. Kick to the gut, chop, punch, kick. And Ripley has the number of Bianca right now, face first into the LED ring post here on Smackdown Live. Count of 7. Here comes Ripley, and here comes Belair following at a count of 8. Oh, Ripley was looking for a kick to the gut there, but it was countered from Bianca, the champion. And now the challenger looking for something possibly. Chop, kick intercepted, and look at Rhea Ripley's back, all bruised up. And now a single-legged Boston Crab locked in. Ripley's right by the ropes. All she has to do is touch it, even if it's a little fingertip. Instead, she gets out of it, doesn't need the rope break. And now Ripley, look at this, submission locked in from Rhea. Bianca Belair in trouble. She counters that though. You guys can see that sign. Bianca Belair is our champion. But will she be champion at the end of this match? Looking that way. Bianca Belair planting Ripley down. Standing moonsault into a cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. I thought that was going to be it. You guys could hear the tone in my voice. I thought Rhea Ripley was done. Bianca looking for another KOD. Last time we saw the KOD attempt, it was countered. But this time, it is landed. KOD from Bianca. Rhea Ripley busted open. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Ripley. The bloodied Eradicator. Still staying alive. The crowd chanting women's wrestling. They are loving this. And I am too. Bianca looking for something. And she inflicts pain to Ripley. Rhea's been beat to a pulp as we speak. Now a knee to the face. And Belair looking for another KOD possibly. Belair looking for the second KOD in this match. She hits it. That has to be it. 1, 2, 3. Bianca Belair retains.
Here is your winner, and still the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bianca Belair.
Well, Bianca Belair retains, and I'm sure these two women aren't done. Rhea Ripley has to be pissed. But that's it for this episode. I'll catch you Monday. Take care, everybody.